What up, gamers? Alright, we back. This is part 2. If you ain't seen part 1, and if you don't know who it is, then you should. But we're gonna hop right back into it because, man, we gotta get this out before the event happens. So right now we're kicking it off with the Earth. Skipping all those, we're gonna jump into Theodore because Theodore is a powerful focus dealer. Alright, so jump into it, 256 damage, deal extra damage equal to 20% of caster's current HP, max damage, 1500% of attack. Sorry about that. All right, increase active skill damage by 42%, increase block by 24. None of that matters, but the third, man, y'all can read. Increase freeze immunity by 100%, so you can't freeze them. The crit rate is nice, 30%. And then this skill right here deals 8,000 damage when the hero attacks. That is a basic attack hit, ladies and gentlemen. Quid pro quo. Theodore is a powerful focus hitter. And then he increased crit rate by 42% for 2 rounds. All right, so if you know anything about crits, you know that so if he hits the 8,000 damage, then if he crit it, it's going to be more than that. So, y'all know how crits works. Man, I ain't got to explain it. All right, so we're going to jump into Shane because we got to keep it going. Like I said, 410% crit damage to random enemies. Increased speed by 43% for 3 rounds. Armor break by 46%. Attack up. His crit damage is up and even more speed. I believe this is the fastest character in the game when it comes to his kit. And then 243% crit damage. Attack change every time one random backline enemies. You gotta get to those backline enemies. Create a shadow with 60% HP in the empty slot when the hero falls. Alright, so it's a 6-on-6, but this guy is you get a fucking reborn. So 6-on-7, that's a nice skill because it's pretty much a shadow clone. The shadow clone has his fucking abilities. He's already a powerful character, but let's keep it going. Like I said, I just should have put him out. I'll break down all the heroes in a later video, but I want to put this out because y'all know that Fuse event is right around the corner. We gotta keep going. So none of them. So casualty, whatever. 153% damage, explodes the enemy and deals extra 513% damage when the debuff ends 3 rounds. So this character, he needs time. 3 rounds. Target 4 random enemies. He needs time. 3 rounds, but this is a very powerful AoE dealer. Alright, increase attack by 35%, crit rate up, crit damage up, and then we'll move on 74% damage, 50% chance per hero explodes the enemy and deals extra 399% damage when the debuff ends. Again, 3 rounds. This hero needs time. Increase attack by 40% for 3 rounds when enemy hero falls. So when they die, he does even more damage. He's already doing massive amount of damage. And y'all probably gonna hear that ding going off because my phone be getting blown up. What y'all want me to say? Like I said, if you're looking for a professional YouTuber, go find one because it is not me. But let's keep it going. If you spin right around the corner, this guy, this support, the best Earth supporter. 170% damage, 4 random enemies. Increased damage reduction by 25% for 2 rounds. Target 3 random allies. Okay, so the support can support the front line or the back line, whoever the buff goes to. 25% reduce damage, actually crit damage, attack, HP, all the the stats buff for himself. That's not important. Increased crit rate by 32% for 2 rounds when the hero attacks 2 random allies. That's 32% crit. Hopefully going to your damage dealer. And then revive by 80% of the caster max HP, so on. So the only thing that this support is missing is heal. He cannot heal your team, but he has buffs for your team, all right? So let's make him the best buff. Move on over to Nat 4's Kustos. Do we even have to talk about this hero? Just like Kimberly, do we even have to talk about Kimberly? But we're going to get into it anyway, because some of y'all might not know about him. He's the best Nat 4 tank in the game. 290% damage, 40% chance per hero, petrifies for 2 rounds. Increased HP, increased out skill damage, increased actually. The HP is the only thing that's good here for your tank, and then recovers HP by 100% of your attack when the hero is hit. So every time he is hit, he recovers, and that's what makes him the best Nat 4 tank in the game. And if your support hits this tank and the damage is not high enough, he's going to heal more than the damage that was dealt to him. So you got to be powerful enough to take down this hero. But not only that, even if you take him down once, guess what? He can fucking revive. He can fucking revive with 50% of character max HP at the end of the round. He fucking revived. So you kill him once and you think it's all good, and you gotta deal with him again. Well, this time he has a little less HP, but he is a problem to deal with. I know you gotta bring that damage to him. We'll keep on going. Keep on going on. So now we already covered Shane. Okay. This hero, 421% damage, steal 15% of target's attack for 2 rounds. One enemy with the highest attack. Alright, so they targeting and damage. Like I said, sometimes you got to get past those tanks and go straight to the damage dealer. Fuck the tanks. I need to take some. What you gonna do, Kimberly? Let me get 15% of that. For 15% of that attack power. Alright, increase HP and then extra 216% damage when the hero crit attacks. Alright, so Chris makes this hero more stronger. And then increase speed by 35% for 2 rounds, beginning of the round, making this hero pretty fast. Because again, you want short damage dealers to go first. That makes a difference in this game. Alright, and that is a Nat 4. I forgot to mention that. We are into the Nat 4. So that's a Nat 4. Let's continue going with the Nat 4s of the Earth. And that will be Riley. Riley the support. 128% damage, 3 random enemies. Increase crit rate by 48% for 2 rounds. One ally with the highest attack. Okay, so it is buffing your damage dealer. That's almost 50%, right? What it's not that far. Come on. And then increase holy damage, increase attack, increase immunity. That's all self buff stats. That's nothing important. 171% damage, attack change every time. One random enemy, and then 60% chance per hero to increase attack by 20% for 2 rounds. Attack change every time. One random ally. So hopefully those buffs over right here. Recover HP by 50% of your attack when the ally lands a crit hit. So he buffs he gives your attack damage or crit. He buffs the attack damage, and he heals when you get the crit. Alright, so let's keep on going. Mini, 230% damage, 50% chance per hero. Silence for 2 rounds. Again, silences are very underrated in this game. If you ain't got hit with a silence, wait till you get hit with them. Wait till you get hit with them. Silences are deadly. They are underestimated. Self-buff stats, we ain't got to get into all that. Increase skill bar by 20% when the hero attacks target 4 random allies. This is a Nat 4 that increased skill bar by 20% for 4 random allies. You know how many times I've been in campaign mode and I needed like one more fucking attack or just a little you know, a little y'all know it, a little inch more of the rage bar for my goddamn character to have his skill bar or his rage, have his active skill. Yo, y'all been in that position, or am I the only one? So, all right, so right here, increase skill bar by 20%. That is huge. That is huge, from a Nat 4 to 4 random allies. But let's keep it going. I can't holy damage by 18% for 2 rounds in the round all allies. This is a nice support. The only thing Mini is missing is he doesn't have heal, just like Agogori. Yeah, listen, you pronounce the name. All right, I ain't good with names. Get into water. Y'all know this has been my home. I started off with water, so I know a little bit about waters. Bernard. 430% damage, 50% chance per hero, stuns for 2 rounds on a basic attack. So this tank brings CC, increased HP, block, and attack, 20% chance per hero, increase armor by 25% for 2 rounds when hero attack. Alright, so this is a tank that brings you CC and it also boosts himself stat for his armor, and then 20% damage when hit at a 50% chance. So he has CC, he has a bit of damage, he has counter, and he boosts his stats up so he can tank more. Let's keep on going. 288% damage deal, 130% poison damage every round, basic attack, increased damage reduction by 20% for 2 rounds, 2 round of frontline allies. So he is buffing himself and the other tank, okay? Increased damage reduction by 20% for 2 rounds. Everybody on the front line. So you don't even gotta have him on the front line, but if he's on the front line, he's gonna buff himself, right? Alright, then 122% poison damage every round when the hero falls to all enemies, so that's just a bit of damage. Alright, he's at a tank anyway, but recover HP by 216% of your attack when hero blocks. So he does have sustain. A tank that's a sustain is a powerful tank. Chancellor, did y'all see y'all skip Emma? I did that on purpose. All right, 250% damage, 2 random enemies, increase attack by 149% for 2 rounds, increase speed by 59% for 2 rounds. Yo, those buffs are insane, bro. Just keep on going. Increase attack again, HP, speed, and holy damage. So he's buffing himself and making himself faster, and then extra 140% damage every 3 successful hits, target all enemies. So this is a focused dealer that not only deal damage to single target, but he does damage to the entire team as well. And if you kill him once, he revives. So you're gonna have to kill him twice. He's a major damage because he's a focus dealer, but he brings it to the team as well. All right, that's the powerful AoE. He's not AoE, but focus damage. But let's keep it going. One of my favorite supports, 57% damage, all enemies, increase skill bar by 50%, target all allies. All of them, 50%, bro. 50, that is fucking huge. Like I said, I've been in those positions where I just need a little, just a little more for my goddamn hero to have his goddamn skill active, and he didn't have it. So 50% is big. Keep on going. 43% damage, 20% chance per hero. Decrease attack by 21% for 2 rounds. Attack change every time to 4 random enemies. Decrease attack by 21% for 2 rounds for 4 rounds. It gotta debuff one of the goddamn damage dealers, man. It has to. And then increase skill bar by 50% when hero AP is below 50%. Target all allies. This is the battery of the team. It is so important. Yo, it's powerful if you have a battery. Arlen is a battery. It's powerful if you have a battery. Alright, let's keep on going. Like I said, we can't waste time on this video. It's gonna be long as fuck anyway. 171% damage, 3 random enemies, recover HP by 162% of your attack, 4 allies. Alright, increase HP, blah blah. So that's not important. Those are the self buffs. We gotta get into what she's probably at. 98% damage, silences for 2 rounds, attack change every time, 2 random enemies. I'm telling you, do not underestimate silences. And then recover HP by 225% of your attack when an ally falls. So this is a self-sustaining tank. This is a self-sustaining support. I'm moving too fast, man. That's a nice healer. But let's keep on going, man. I really don't want this video to be no longer than what it has to be. Y'all know I've been on Bernie's for a while. All right, let's get into her. 380% crit damage. Decrease armor by 40% for 2 rounds. Yo, she's very nice in boss fights, and she's taking down your tanks. You got all that armor. I'm taking 40% of it. 40%, and then increase attack, increase accuracy, and armor break. So even if you got a lot of armor, she has armor break. Decrease skill bar by 20% when the hero attacks. Now y'all, like I said, y'all know how important it is to have your skill. She's taking it away. She's taking it away. She's coming. Anyway, recover HP by 20% of your attack when the hero crit attack. So this is a damage dealer that can self-sustain, and that takes away the skill bar, man. Come on, Bernie. Do not underestimate her, bro. Just because she's in that 4, do not underestimate her. Let's keep going. 160% damage with Matos. Extra 120. Extra. Y'all can read. 4 random enemies. Keep it going. Keep it going. Self-boosting stats. Deal 57% damage, 52% curse damage every round, and then recover HP by 401% of your attack. This is what makes this hero worth it to me. This is what makes this Nat 4 worth it to me, because he has a self-heal. He self-sustains, okay? He's nothing too big, but he has a self-sustain, and he's an AoE damage dealer. So if you've had that Nat 4, it's a good Nat 4 just because of that reason. Alright, let's get into the support. Zoom, 57% damage. All enemies increase speed by 10% for 2 rounds. Target all allies. That's not big, but hey, speed is everything in this game. 2 random backline enemies. Recover HP by 76% of your attack. Attack change every time to 2 allies with the lowest HP. So if you need a healer, there you go. Recover HP by 30% of your attack when hero falls. Target all allies. So if you don't have a healer and you go on water, Zoom can be your Nat 4 healer. All right, it's a support. What more do you want from me? You need a healer. There's your healer. Let's jump into light. So y'all know that I have this tank. Yo, 324% damage. Stuns 2 rounds, frontline enemies, increase attack by 71% for 2 rounds to 2 random allies. So this is a tank that has CC, that's stun in the frontline, and buffs the goddamn damage dealers, man. And he can tank. Look at all this. Look, I'm not even for read all that. Burn, poison, y'all can read. Come on. Deal damage. It has a self-sustain ability. Heals. This tank heals. This tank has CC. This tank has damage. This tank has buff. What more do I need to say? I just keep on going. This is the best focus damage dealer in the game, if you ask me. 342% crit damage, extra 540% damage on the basic target. Increase crit damage, increase attack, increase speed, and HP is just a bonus. Extra 50% damage when an ally lands a crit hit target. All enemies, all of them. He increases his own crit. He increases his own power. He has extra damage on everything. Look, extra 350 damage when hero crit attack 2 random enemies. Recover HP by 88% of your attack when hero crit attack. This hero is focused on big damage, has sustainability, and what more do I gotta say? But let's keep going. I have Cattail as well. 201% damage. Receives damage equal to 230% of attack every time a hero with the debuff uses an active skill to all enemies. So, listen, if you can't stop the skill bar, they might as well take even more damage for using their goddamn skills, okay? Increase attack, increase holy damage, skill damage, and HP. HP is a nice little, 80% damage. Silence. I told y'all stop underestimating silences. They don't underestimate them. That's 3 random targets, and then extra 400% damage end of round, all enemies. This is just free damage from this guy. You gonna use the skill, take damage. End of the round, take damage. Silence your motherfucking ass. Or I can't silence shit, then you gonna take damage for taking these. Let's keep going, man. This video's getting long. I really don't want this video to be no longer than it has to be. But like I said, I will break them down in a later video. I just want y'all to have this information because the Fuse event is right around the corner. I don't recommend. Wait, hold on. Yeah, I don't recommend no Nat 4 from the light. None of them. Okay, if I gotta pick one, it'll have to be this one. But 170% damage, 4 random enemies, remove all debuffs and status effects. So there are not many characters that can remove. This is not that far. I messed up, right? This is Nat 5. Remove all debuffs and status effects. The only character in the game that I know that removes debuffs and status effects. The only one. So that makes her worth it right there. The only one in the game. Then she recover HP by 130% for your attack every round when the hero attacks, and then she revives with 100% of character max HP at the end of the round. So she has heal, she has revive, and it's the only support in the game that remove buffs. So when you're getting silenced and rooted, because I get my ass rooted all the time, you get her. All right, let's go on to Dart because this video's getting long. Did y'all see? Y'all saw me skip him on purpose, right? We jumping into this because that's a tank that did a lot of damage. That's the warrior. That's not a tank. That's a warrior. But anyway, 396% damage. Deal damage equal to 20% of character max HP on a basic attack. Increase HP. Remember, she's HP focused. End the attack. Armor break. Come on. 148% damage. Deal damage equal to 20% of character max HP. Attack change every time one enemy with the highest HP. That's the only thing I don't like. It's the enemy with the highest HP. But remember, that doesn't always mean the tank. Because if you lower the tank HP and somebody on the back line, HP is higher than the tanks, it's hitting the tank. Anyway, recover HP by... it's not hitting the tank. Y'all know what I meant to say that. Come on. I'm trying to... I just want to push to this video. We're going to keep going. Felix... 86% damage, all enemies. Rage, 15 rounds. Rage is very important for this hero. Increase crit rate by 30% when in rage. As rage is 15 rounds, it increases, 30% when in rage. Rage is everything for this hero. Rage buff is everything. So HP, damage reduction, speed, none of that is really important. You're looking for damage. And then 150% damage, that's, yeah. Deal 54% curse damage every round, 10 rounds there. Extra 170% damage while in rage. And then still 10% of targets attack for 2 rounds when the hero attacks. And heal by 114% while in rage. And rage is so important on this hero. This is what makes this hero worth it. Gustava, the support. I believe this is the most broken support in the game. Why? 564% damage, 2 random enemies, evade, and active skill 1 time. For all allies. Okay, so your tank gonna take about 5-6 blows, but your damage dealers, your damage dealers avoid a whole fucking skill, like you do know how many times your damage dealers get target, they gonna have to get through the goddamn tanks just to even, come on. Evade a whole skill, that is fucking broken. You need, we gonna keep going, man. 564% damage, 2 random enemies, evade an active skill 1 time for 2 rounds, target all allies, increase attack by 40%, HP, damage reduction, and immune by 25%. You're gonna have a hard time stunning, locked in this hero, whatever. I'm not finna read all this, but whatever synergy you have depends on the extra buff that this support has. So this support can be a damage dealer as well. And then heals 9% of allies max HP when the ally uses an active skill, target all allies. So he has a heal. He has extra buffs depending on how you set your team up. So it can actually be a damage dealer that heals and that protects the team from an active skill, bro. It's an active skill. How much more I gotta say? But let's keep this video going because it's long. Data Tori, work with me. 200 damage, 2 random enemies, recover HP by your attack to 4 random allies. So off rip, being able to sustain, increase attack, armor break, and then increase skill bar. Yo, skill bars. I don't even have to talk about skill bars, but come on. Increase skill bar by 60%. Increase skill bar by 15% when the hero is hit. This is another battery hero that's bringing that. Come on. And this is a support. This is a support. All right, man. That's it. This video's getting too long. Get ready for the goddamn event. If you don't know what event I'm talking about, let me show you. Birthday Heroes event. We also have the Fuse event. Birthday. Here we go. I thought I could show like more information. I guess not. Anyway, receive a reward for attaining a hero of each type. So if you get any of those heroes I went over, do not feed them unless you absolutely have to. And if you get any Nat 4s, feed the other Nat 4s. Keep the Nat 4s that I pointed out, because those Nat 4s can be used for a fucking uncharted land or something, because they can help you carry. But that'll do it for this video, because it's getting too long, man. So with that, I am